All right, so let's take a nice, comfortable hip width distance, stand on the mat. Just breathe, allow your breath to start smoothing out. Nice and early in the morning, good way to start the day. So we're going to do a progressive breath. So think about one thing, let's keep it simple, one thing that you might want to let go of. It could be a feeling, maybe shoulders tight. It could be something that you do that you no longer want to do. Just come to anything that you want to release. And we're going to go with a 4-4, then a 4-6, then a 4-8 breath. So we'll wind up with the exhale being twice as long as the inhale. Let's start by exhaling belly button to spine, and we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Okay, and we're going to inhale for 4, so it's 1, 2, letting the breath come deep into the belly. 4, hold here for just a beat, and then exhaling through the nose. 4, 3, 2, as the belly button presses toward the spine. Hold there for just a beat. Now it's inhale 4, exhale 6, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, and then exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold here. Now we're going 4-8, so it's inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold there for just a beat, and now a nice exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now in silence with your own breath, that 4-8 breath, 2 times. And when you finish with that second releasing breath, just allow your breath to return to normal. Just focus, see how your breath is moving through your body now. Okay. And we're going to do a 4-part breath now. So the feet are hip width distance apart and the hands come to the heart. Take a nice exhale here, and then with your palms touching, as you inhale, draw your fingertips up toward the sky. Inhale. Now as you exhale, clasp your hands behind you, and on your next inhale, roll your shoulder blades toward each other. Your heart lifts, and now as you exhale with soft knees and soft hips, just start to fold forward. So maybe you go this far, maybe you keep going, your forward fold, and then check in with your shoulders. Maybe the hands want to lift off the spine. Release your hands, and then float the arms out and up, palms touch overhead, and hands come heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, clasp your fingers. Inhale, look up. Exhale, your fold, your way. Perhaps the hands will lift off the spine this morning. Maybe that's not happening. And then release the hands and float out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. This is a nice awakening breath. 1 more time. Inhale, fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, clasp. Inhaling to look up. fold as you exhale. Release the hands and then float all the way up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right, let's come to the top of the mat. Feet hip width distance apart. We're going to work our way down to the earth. So the feet are hip width distance. Find a mountain pose here and see if you can feel your energy and your breath moving a little more easily through the body. Now, sweep the arms up, inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands to the mat so the knees and hips bend here. And then just walk your feet back till you're in down dog. Remember, down dog could always be a table. Your hands can be on a wall, and you can do this standing. All right, let's pedal the feet a little bit. Start to wake the legs up. Press one heel down and hold. And switch, press the other heel down and hold. And press both heels down and hold. Now carefully bringing the knees to the mat. And sit off to the side. Find a seated mountain pose. Okay. So some of the questions you might ask yourself this week are, what do I want to let go of? And what do I want to bring more of into my life? So to assist that, let's find a hand position, a mudra, that can help us focus on that. Take your right palm face up. This is the Dhyana Mudra. Left palm rests on top and your thumbs pressed together. You're in a nice long spine, seated mountain pose here. And just gently close your eyes. So this is a hand position that helps build concentration. And when the mind wanders, you just press your thumbs toward each other, reminding the mind to come back to what you were looking for. So Dhyana Mudra. And then release, shake it out. Give your legs and arms and your fingers a little shake. Still early, so we're just gonna make sure we're nice and warmed up here. Inhale and exhale, and go ahead and bring your feet to the mat with your knees bent. Okay, so let's have a little Monday morning water wheel treat to open up the hips. Let's roll it down. This is something, if you did this every day, it would not be too often. Bring your hands down to the mat. Your feet are on the mat. And we'll start with the right knee in, point up, flex down. So keep going. This is a familiar move. And you're bringing your hip in a circle, knee in, point up, flex down. Gently opening up the hip this morning, and the next time your right knee is in, just hold it in for a moment. We're going to reverse those water wheels now, so flex your right foot. As you extend your leg, that heel is just slightly off the mat. Point up, knee in, so it's flex out. Point up, knee in, flex out. Point up, knee in. One more, flex out, point up, knee in. Now hold on to your right shin or even your right thigh, doesn't matter, and let that right leg just open out to the side and come back to the center. And think about, that hip is just opening and releasing anything, any kind of stuckness that you feel, anything you want to let go of, let it escape from the hip. And then bring your right foot back down. We'll do the same thing on the left knee. In, point up, flex down. That heel, as you continue your water wheels, the heel when your leg is forward is just a little bit off the mat. It doesn't touch down. Knee in, point up, flex down. One one more, knee in, point up, flex down. Now hold the knee in as we prepare to reverse, flex your left foot. Flex out, skimming that heel just over the mat, point up, knee in. We're controlling the leg here, especially on the way up, right? Not flinging it up, we're controlling it up in this reverse of the water wheel. Yeah. And then one more time. And the next time your left knee is in, holding onto the shin or your hamstring, let that leg open out to the side and come back. So we've taken the hip in a circle. We have taken it side to side here. And then let's bring the foot down to the mat. And take a nice deep breath here. Go ahead and sit on your hands with your palms toward the mat. And we're going to do this double. So this is going to be more taxing. Pay attention to what your spine does here. 2 knees in, point up, flex the feet. Here it comes. Bring both legs down and 2 knees in. Now you might decide that you were happier with the single leg. Go 2 right and 2 left if you want to go back to single leg. If your spine is telling you single leg was better for me, then you do that. We're going to keep either double water wheel or single, whichever one is more appropriate for you at this particular moment. And the next time both knees are in, hold them in and flex your feet. We'll try one double together, flex out. Here's where we really want to control the legs, point up, knees in. Again, 2 right, 2 left reverse, or continue double leg reverse. You might notice that your core is working already, right? We're waking that up too, releasing the hips. The next time both knees are in, hug them in, and then bring your feet to the mat. We're going to do that open and close. Even if you've been doing single legs, bring both feet to the mat. We're going to just take the knees out and in, continuing to open the hips here. All right, so we want to get a little deeper into the core, okay? So let's do that here. Bring your hands, let's continue to sit on the hands, because with the hips a little elevated, that's a little, might be a little more comfortable for your spine. Keep your left foot on the mat and take your right leg straight up with the toe pointed. Now flex your right foot and slowly, slowly, slowly draw the heel to the mat without ever touching down. Point your toe and bring that leg slowly up. Okay, a little more core work is involved here with a straight leg as we flex down and point up. And one more time, flexing down and point up. And now just go ahead and bring your right foot down. We're going to try the same thing on the left. Left leg goes straight up, point up. Flex the left foot and slow, slow, slow. Heel just almost touches the mat but never does. And then the left leg slowly up. Flex down. Point up. Flex down. Point up. All right, now we're going to take the right leg up. Okay, this is going to add another element here. So keeping your left leg up, flex your right up. Yeah, flex down with the right and point up. You feel a difference here? Let's try it with the left. Flex down, point up. If you decide that the foot down version was better for you, that's what you do. Otherwise, keep alternating left to right. Flex down, point up, flex down, point up, flex down. Oh, good morning, core. Flex down, point up. We started with the right, so the next time you go left, you'll be even. Draw the knees in and rock side to side. Inhale and exhale. Whew. Good morning, core. Let's come to hands and knees. Okay. All right. Wave at me if you're going to be okay on hands and knees for a minute or two. Okay? Okay, good. So if not, this can be done standing with hands on the wall. We're coming to knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, and then walk your hands slightly more forward. So the wrists aren't at such a right angle, they're a little more extended, okay? Because what we're going to do here is our oblique work. All right, so let's go ahead and take the right leg back. Now float your left arm up by your ear. Yeah, the contralateral balance, but now take the left arm out to the left as you take your right leg out to the right. Woo. And come forward and do it again. Right leg out, left arm out, right leg out. So it's a combo. And one more, right leg out. I know, and bring the arm forward and release. Okay, let's release the arms and the hips for a moment before we do the other side. Walk your hands even more forward. Bring your hips towards your heels. Come forward gently and back. Just gentle forward and back. And then bring yourself back to hands and knees. Walk those hands a little forward, just like they were when you did the other side. Left leg back, right arm by the ear. We're going out and back. Left leg to the left, right arm to the right, out and back, out and back. One more, out and back, and bring your hands down. Walk them forward and do that gentle back and forth a couple of times, eventually landing in child's pose with your big toes together, knees wide apart. Okay? Again, if child's pose is not a happy place for you, first of all, you can make it a little high, bring it a little higher by making fists with your hands, rest your head on that. Or you can just sit. There isn't a thing we do that's a requirement except for breathe. All right, staying focused on how you feel, bring yourself to a downward facing dog. Remember, dogs can always be tables. So we're back in dog here. We pedaled the feet out earlier. Let's focus on 2 hands and 2 feet equally balancing on 2 hands and 2 feet here. The fingers spread wide. And then start to take a nice little journey, walking the feet toward the hands. When you get there, bring your hands to your thighs. Slowly shine your heart forward. Exhale, fold. And as you bring your arms up, think about gathering energy from the earth. Bring it up with you. Inhale, seal it with your palms together. And then exhale, hands to heart. Bring that energy there. Take your hands by your side. We're going to come to mountain pose at the top of the mat. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, so we're going to move into our sun salutations, and we're going to spend a little extra time in the back lunge, and we'll also do a little crescent, low crescent lunge. which means our knee will be down at some point. If you need extra padding for your knee, you can have a blanket nearby, or you can simply fold up the edge of your mat. Let's come to the top of the mat here. As you stand in mountain pose, just see how the energy's moving now. And then float the arms up, inhale. Oh, let's add on to the beginning of our sun salutation. So as you exhale, draw your right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, arms overhead. And as you exhale, draw your left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, we're going to take elbows toward the waist as the heart shines up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive here. Bringing your hands to your hips, half lift. Exhale, hands down. Step back with your right foot. Keep that right knee up and have your left knee over your left ankle. Okay, so we're staying right here with the knee up. Now keep your right fingers on the mat and reach up with your left as you twist open to the left. Bring your left hand down and reach up with the right, twist open to the right. Bring your right hand down and go ahead and bring your right knee down. Here's where you might want that mat. You can point the toes behind you, engage your core. Float the arms overhead as you come into low crescent lunge. Press your hips forward so you get that really beautiful stretch in the front of your right thigh. And then bring your hands down, coming into plank. Knees up or knees down. So if you're going knee down plank, just take your left leg back. If you're going knee up plank, lift your back knee. Wherever you are, plank. Okay? As you chaturanga, keeping the body nice and strong, right? We're lowering ourselves toward the earth. If that starts to wobble, bring your knees down and finish. Okay? So we're going to roll the shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, shine the heart forward, cobra here. And release. And find your way to downward facing dog. So table to down dog is always a good way to get there. Inhale and exhale. Down dog. So we're going to take the right leg up, step forward. Wherever that right foot goes is fine, because now we're going to bring the left knee down. Take the right foot forward so that the knee is over the ankle. The left knee is behind the hip. And come into that low crescent lunge once again. Yeah, pressing the hips forward so you get that stretch in the front of the right thigh. Okay, now bring your hands down. Tuck your back toes and lift that back knee. Here's the lunge. We're staying here for a moment, leaving the left hand down. Take your right arm up, open to the right. Bring the right hand down, open to the left. Woo. And bring your left hand down. Now take a big step, left foot meets right at the top of your mat. Take a half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. We're going to do that same thing starting on the left this time. Good with that? Everybody? Okay. All right. Always let me know if you have questions or need a little switch up with anything. The feet are hip width distance apart. Remember, we're starting with the arm series here. So inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, right arm back, left arm float forward, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, exhale, elbows to waist, look up. Yes, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Swan dive, here we go. Hands to the mat. You're stepping back with your left leg here and holding. So we're in that lunge. Right knee is over the right ankle. Inhale and exhale. Okay, your left hand stays down, right arm comes up, twist open. Right hand down, left arm up, twist. And then your left hand comes down, your left knee comes down, and come into a low crescent lunge once again. Pressing the hips a little forward so you get a nice stretch. Hands down, coming into your plank, high or low, right? So knees are up or knees are down. Find your plank. Yes. And now bending at the elbows, chaturanga, which is basically a push-up that you don't come up from. Take it all the way down. And staying there, come into cobra, shoulders toward the ears, down the spine, heart shines forward. Cobra. Come back down and find your way to downward facing dog. Remember, when you get to table, if you want to stay there, you can. Inhale and exhale. We're in down dog here. Equally distributing the weight between 2 hands and 2 feet. Take your left leg up this time. Step forward with the left foot. Wherever it goes is fine, because now we're going to bring the right knee down and work on our low crescent lunge position. Left knee over left ankle, right knee behind the hips, arms overhead. Feeling that stretch, that release, and also feeling the expansion of shining the heart forward. Bring your hands down. Okay, now we're going to tuck the right toes, lift the back knee, and we're in this lunge with the knee up. Okay, the right hand stays where it is, left arm lifts up, twist open. Woo. And bring your left hand down, right arm twists up. Bring your right hand down, and then take a big step. Getting your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, shine your heart forward. Exhale, fold and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release as you find mountain pose. Just close your eyes. Feel how you feel. All right, we're going to take the legs wider than hip width distance, considerably wider, and then turn the toes out. So from here, we'll bring the hands to the hips, and as we sit into this, we're not pushing back. We're sitting straight down and extending back up, down and up. So it's plie, down and up. Okay, we're going to add some arms and a little bit of balance. So arms go up. We're in 5-pointed star. Inhale. As you exhale, elbows to waist, knees over toes. Bring it up. Here comes the balance. Exhale, right heel lifts, elbows to waist, and bring it up. So this is 5-pointed star. Now moonflower with the left heel lifted and up. Now moonflower with both heels lifted. And up, we're going right, left, double. Keep going. Fix your gaze on something that is steady to help with your balance. Right, left, and double. Just keep going. Find your own rhythm here. As you move through this sequence, the next time your heels are high, both heels, you'll be complete And then just come back to 5-pointed star when you are ready. Don't leave anything out. Just come back when you are ready. Inhale and exhale. All right. And from here we're going to move into sunflower. So bending the knees over the toes. Always in forward fold. You just go where you're going to go. Right arm in front of left and take it up. Left arm in front of right. Here's the sunflower. You can go high or low with your folds here. Knees over toes. So we've been releasing a lot, and now in the sunflower we get a chance to fill those spaces with brightness and energy and anything else you want. Love, gratitude. Bringing it into our bodies. And one more. And then bring your hands down by your side. Go ahead and heel toe your feet together and let the legs shake out a bit. Inhale and exhale. All right, so let's come back to the top of the mat. And we're going to work our way down to the earth. So if you have a blanket, an eye pillow, anything you want for our final relaxation to keep you warm when we get there, have that nearby. And then at the top of your mat, coming back to mountain pose, close your eyes, feel your breath. Just go inside, see what's going on in there. Do you feel more open? Do you feel those spaces that you just filled? All right, before we go down, let's do one final pose. Turn up the right corner of your mouth. Turn up the left corner of your mouth. There it is, Smile Asana. Float the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Take your hands to your thighs. Shine your heart forward in your half lift, hands down. We're finding our way to down dog. Feet back. Okay, remember this could be a table. We're going to take, if you're in dog, take your big toes to touch, and then the knees and hips go side to side. If you're in table, it's going to be more just the hips. Okay, so we're just wiggling around here, releasing the spine. And then bring your knees carefully to the mat. Sit off to the side. Take your legs forward. And find that hand position, Dhyana Mudra. Right palm up, left palm up, right palm sits on top of it. Thumbs touch. You're in mountain pose. Close your eyes. Just come back. Come back to you. And gently release and shake it out. All right. So we're going to do a little bit of forward folding here. Once again, your folds can be really high or really deep. Okay. For this, this one we have the legs straight, spine long, arms overhead. Inhale. Your hip creases, we fold forward from the hip creases. And then bring the arms up. Okay, so when you fold forward, let's do that again. The hands come somewhere. They might come to your shins. You might be touching your toes. Your hands might be on your thighs. Just bring it up. Okay, now let's take the legs to a V. A little bit wider, whatever's comfortable for you. Flexing the feet with the toes pointing straight up, arms overhead. Palms forward as you inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to the mat. They could be really close to your pelvis. They could be forward. Take your gaze past your fingertips here. And then bring your arms up, release your hands, and bring your heels together. Start with your heels way far away from you, and then slowly draw them in to your comfort. Okay, cobbler's pose here. Inhale the arms up, turn your palms forward, and exhale. Ooh, there's those inner thighs. Let the hands come down as your gaze is past the front of your mat, and just breathe. Okay, we're going to go through that series one more time. Help your knees up, take your legs straight, feet are flexed, spine is long, arms that come up. Inhale. Exhale from your hip creases, bring your hands maybe to your toes, your shins, or even your thighs, wherever they belong this morning. And then bring the arms overhead. Take your legs to a V. Turn your palms forward and exhale. Your hands are coming down. They could be really close to your pelvis. They could be farther away. Gaze past your fingertips. And then float your arms up overhead. Bring your hands down. Take the soles of your feet together. Start far away from your pelvis, and then to your own comfort, draw your heels more towards your pelvis. Inhale the arms up. Turn your palms forward. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat. If you find you've brought your heels too close to your pelvis, just move your feet away. You're gazing past the top of your mat here. The spine is straight. And then draw the arms up. Bring your hands under your knees and help your knees up with your feet hip-width distance apart. Slowly, slowly, slowly roll down. Okay, we're going to extend the arms and extend the legs. Inhale, exhale, draw the knees in. Massage the spine side to side a bit here. All right, go ahead and bring your left foot to the mat. Hug your right knee in. We're going for a half baby pose, okay? So flex your right foot. Take your right foot up like you're going to step on the ceiling, and go ahead and hold on to your right hamstring, or if it's accessible, your right foot, inside or outside the foot. Half happy baby pose. Your right knee is coming toward your right armpit here. And release the foot. Bring that right foot to the mat. Draw the left knee in. Once again, flex your left foot so your left leg is at an angle where the sole of your left foot is parallel to the ceiling here, holding onto your hamstring or the inside or outside of your foot, whichever feels better to you. Half happy baby. And release. 2 feet to the mat. Just let your knees open and close gently, little butterfly wings. Okay. Now go ahead and draw your right knee in and extend your left leg, whatever amount it's going to go this morning. Put your left hand on your right shin and take your right arm out to the side. We're going to draw the Right leg over to the left, keeping the shoulders on the mat. So the right leg only goes as far as it will with the right shoulder staying connected to the mat. And as your right leg is over to the left, take your gaze to the right. All right, start releasing from this twist, bringing the right ankle across the left thigh, and then hold on to your left leg. You can hold on. We're going pigeon, right? Recline pigeon, flex your right foot. Extend your left leg. And then let's point and flex the left foot. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. Bend your left knee and release both feet to the mat with the knees bent. Draw your left knee in. You might be holding on to your shin or your thigh. Extend your right leg. Hold on to your right shin with your left shin with your right hand. Left arm out to the side. And draw the left leg across the body over toward the right, only as far as you can with your left shoulder staying on the mat. Turn your gaze towards your left fingers. And as you release, draw your left ankle across your right thigh. Come into reclined pigeon here. Left foot is flexed, holding on to the right leg. Extend the right leg. Point and flex your right foot. Circle one direction and the other. Bend your knee and unwind the legs. Bring both feet to the mat. Gently open and close those knees. Bring your hands down by your side and gently draw your fingers into a gentle fist. Extend and wiggle. Fist and wiggle. Release the hands. Then rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands down by your side. The head gently moves from right to left, releasing any remaining tension in the neck. Coming back to center here. And then as you scan your body, looking for any spaces that are stuck, maybe need to move a little bit more, experiment with your knees bent and your legs straight to see where you want to be for final relaxation. Making yourself nice and comfortable here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Release onto the earth. Inhale through the nose. And slowly exhale through the mouth as you release your body. Melt onto the earth. Close your eyes and be in your final relaxation. to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Bring movement back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And as you're ready, draw your arms long overhead. Extend your legs long. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your knees in. Give yourself a hug. Find your way over to a side. And help yourself back up to a nice easy seat. As you draw your palms together and turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit, thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste.